becoming chair of the board of ACEC, which is American Council of Engineering Companies, Metropolitan Washington. I'm looking forward to serving as this chair. And ACEC, just for those who don't know, is an organization that represents the business of engineering. And my focus will definitely be equity and inclusion. My dad is a Native American, and so that was always part of my heritage also. We're part of the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe.
Like, what kind of subjects were you kind of like vibing with?
Definitely the African American Studies course. I generally was an artsy person. You know, I appreciated some of the arts courses.
You mentioned like being like a graffiti artist and graphic. So tell me like a little bit about that.
First of all, I'm definitely an artist, and I love graffiti. You know, back in the day, graffiti was, for inner city youth, it was an opportunity for you to be somebody. You know, from tagging to putting your art on walls. Towards the end of high school, I started thinking about, you know, what kind of fields to get in, and several folks recommended architecture.
Because of your ability to draw?
Yes. Yes, and math. So I ended up going to Howard University for architecture originally. And I remember there was a professor who came out one time and he says, the economy's not good, they're not hiring architects. And I feel like my heart dropped at that moment, and I was thinking to myself, like, I'm not going through school and then getting out and not having a job. And I seen that they had a transportation segment of civil engineering, and I was like, you know what, I think that's what I want to do.
And the world that you're in now, like, you know, you're the principal and founder of Foxx, which is a science, technology, engineering, management consulting company. You've had like some close calls, right?
Sure.
I mean, are there any that you were like that you feel comfortable speaking on?
Prior to the incident when I was just referring to, when I got shot, I was 20 years old, and I was at Howard at the time. Went home for the summer, and ended up getting shot by someone I had never met before in my life.
Wow.
And it's just, you know, kind of like an urban incident where someone feels disrespected and things get out of hand really quickly. And I almost lost my life. I remember laying on my back and thinking definitely that I was going to die. And all the people that were important to me passing through my head. I even like pictured the newspaper article that would announce my death.
As a civil engineer, like, this is like your jams. Like, what are we seeing right now?
Well, this is a perfect intersection because there's a lot of features here that were designed by engineers in general. Some of the first things that come to mind when I'm looking at an intersection like this is safety. Safety for pedestrians, people who are walking, people with their families, young children, older folks. Also thinking about bicyclists in the city and scooter riders.
Currently we are actually installing an inlet. And the water quality inlets are special inlets designed to capture water, and it has 3 different chambers. Each chamber collects different sediment from the water as the water goes from one chamber to the next, and then it goes and then it drains out, collecting water and kind of treating it before it goes back into the system.
What do you like the most, and perhaps even like what's the most challenging about being an entrepreneur?
One of the best aspects about being an entrepreneur and a business owner is being able to provide opportunities, being able to put people in the right situations so that they can succeed and grow, support their families. The best feeling I get is when I'm able to help folks. So.